Hey you guys, it's me Kiana coming at you again today. And I'm doing this video because I wanted to pose a question to you guys. And then I'm going to get into some other things I wanted to talk about. One of the things I wanted to talk about today was talking to you further about the Sean issue. Um, and I wanted to talk about, um, you know, my views on the issue, um, my views on the friendship that I have or had with Sean, and that is the person I was with for 7 years. And if you did not see that video, go back. It should be titled as such. It also reveals a picture for my old subscribers that know a lot about Sean. So basically, putting a face on the person, um, and that way, when I talk about him, you know who I'm talking about. Also, the issue about some people ask me how does Chuck feel about Sean and all that good stuff. So I'll be doing that video today, actually right after one another. Right now it's 1 o'clock. I have my lunch cooking right now, so I'm going to try to do these videos before lunch. Now, this video, um, I'm basically posing a question to you guys, and sometimes I find myself doing the same thing. So I wanted to see your opinion on it, and then we can basically gather our thoughts about it and come to our own conclusions. And I think that it'll help also with how we address certain people, how we use our opinion, when we use our opinion, and the damage that can be done for us voicing our opinion. Basically, the question that I'm posing to you guys is when does when do your opinion become being judgmental? I know a lot of people on YouTube, and a lot of people say that if you're giving your opinion, you're judging. And I find that sometimes to be true. But I want to know, when does it become not just voicing your opinion and your thoughts or your life or what you view certain things as? When does it become from not being an opinion to being judgmental? Um, I think this will help all of us because the fact is we all judge. Okay, whether you want to admit it or not, we all judge. That's what we do as people. That's what we do as humans. You know, the highest of the highest Christian can say that they don't judge, but let somebody come into the church not dressed appropriately, and we're going to see how how they restrain themselves from judging, and in fact, if they can be called judgmental themselves. Um, So the fact, like I said, we all judge. It's just that most people don't want to admit things. And I think that a lot of people on YouTube get a lot of slack when they are being real. Okay. Um, and a lot of people say that they're being real, but there are a lot of people on YouTube that is being real, and people don't like it, or people want to use their opinion too often, or people want to be too judgmental. Um, and I think that those people that's being real get a lot of slack because they have enough balls, to be honest, to admit certain things and be happy with it. Um, as y'all know, Sexy Tina is my friend, okay? And although we are different in a lot of ways, and in fact, there has been some kind of there's been some kind of I think more people have made our friendship into an issue more than we've made it, because we've talked on the phone several times for long periods of time, hours. And I think that when I say certain things or when she says certain things, people come to this conclusion that we're talking about each other. And that may or may not be true, okay? I can only speak for what I know. And I think, and this is just my opinion, that whether you live the way Sexy Tina lives or not, she is being true to who she is. And I don't know why people sometimes feel the need to change or try to convert or try to enlighten people when they're happy with who they are. That's just like me. Don't try to, if I'm happy with Kiana and talking on YouTube about nothing that has anything to do with what you're going to bring up, don't get on here and say, you know what, that's true. I like what you were saying, but you need to lose some weight and I can help you. Don't try to convert someone that's happy with who they are. And I think that that's when the line becomes not just an opinion, but it becomes judgmental. And I think that we have to be mindful because things can crush people. Words can crush people. You know, people may seem strong, and we all are strong, but we all have our limits, and we don't know each other's limits. We don't know what are each other's touchy or sensitive areas or spots. And to actually just look forward to overly voicing your opinion when you've done so in every video. I see some people voice their opinion in her videos that are the same people saying the same thing over and over again. And that, I think, is when it becomes from going from an opinion to being judgmental. To be honest with you, I'm going to be honest, and this a lot of people are going to disagree with me. I don't think it's necessary to even voice your opinion if it's opposite to another person on YouTube. For what? Unless they pose the question, like I'm posing a question to y'all, for what? I mean, what is it? What good is it going to do? I mean, is it going to, if the person seems like they're happy, is that really going to help by giving your opinion? Now, if they're doing a video and they're just saying what they do, I did this yesterday, or I did this today, your opinion is not necessary. Don't do anything. Don't thumbs up, don't thumbs down, don't leave a comment. Period. I don't understand it. Why do you feel a need if it's not a question posed where you are asked to, what do you think about this? Or what do you think about that? What is the point of giving it then? I just don't understand. None of us see each other on a regular basis as far as in person. So it's not like your opinion is really going to carry that much weight. Let's be honest. Okay? So what becomes then the point of giving it? Unless it's asked of you. Or unless you have that much of a connection with someone that you don't want to see them make a mistake or something like that. But to actually voice your opinion over and over and over again, I just find it unnecessary. I just won't leave a comment. And that's why on a lot of people's videos, I just don't leave a comment. Because if I disagree or if I think that something is not right or trifling or whatever, what's the point of voicing that besides wanting to hurt someone? And I think a lot of people are going to say, well, no, I just like to give my opinion. That's bull crap. No, what you want to do is you want to get a reaction out of that person. What you want to do is make that person second guess themselves. What you want to do is make that person feel bad about their choices or themselves. What you want to do is crush that person, whether it's mentally, spiritually, socially, or whatever. That's your purpose. Your purpose is not to change that person's mind or to change the world. The reason why is because you don't have that much power. So obviously, if you don't have that much power and you don't know that person one-on-one daily in their everyday life, then what's the point of giving it? It's obviously the point is to cause a issue or to cause that person to think less of themselves. And maybe my self-esteem is way too high, but I can hear opinions all day long, and Kiana will not shift who she is whom she is or anything in her life will not change. Why? Because I have to come to the decision to do so. And I have to come to the decision to be better, do better, act better. If in fact that's my issue. If I'm okay with who I am, then your opinion really is literally meaningless. And you've taken time to use your fingers to type for no reason whatsoever. This is just my opinion. Now, I think that we just need to, as women, come together. And even if we can't come together because everything is not fairy tale like that, um, we all have our own little underlying issues, whether it's within ourselves or between each other or whatever. I think that we need to grow to accept each other. And I personally, even now on YouTube, will tell you that I have learned so much, not only from YouTube, but from people like Sexy Tina, that we could be so different, but we can learn so much from each other. I personally was a little bit more judgmental than I am now. And I can admit that because, see, I'm woman enough to do that. I can admit that because I'm real enough to do that. And I can admit that because I'm being honest and true to myself, okay, and who I actually am. And being her friend and actually seeing her in action has allowed me to say, yes, I may be different from that. But you know what? We all come to the same conclusion. We all want to be happy. We all have family. We all can be successful at raising our families. And although we may race differently to the finish line, the objective and the point is we still make it to the finish line. And we make it successfully. We make it all put together. We make it scarred at times, but regardless, we still made it. And I think that if you allow YouTube to, if you allow it to, YouTube can teach you how to actually accept people and love people genuinely for who they are and not for whether you're different from them or what they do or whatever. I think that if you allow it, YouTube can be a good tool for that. For I don't have many people in my circle that are different. Okay, so being on YouTube is allowing me to actually be a part of people's lives that are totally different from me. And I think that if you stop taking YouTube so lightly and stop using it for so much negativity, then you can learn a lot from YouTube, not only about others, but also about yourself. Maybe I'm too much of an intellectual or something that I just look at things outside the box and I always look to learn a lesson for stuff. Um, Maybe. But the point is that if you allow everyday things and look at them in your life differently than before, you can grow, you can learn, and you can actually blossom as a person, as a friend, as a mother, as a wife, as a servant of God, as a sister, as a child. You can actually blossom from learning from, yes, people that are different. So, I thank you all for watching. Again, my question to you is originally, when does your opinion on YouTube become to cross over and be judgmental? So I would love to see all the comments. I actually ask you all to gather your thoughts and put your comments below, and we all read them. And I think this will be healthy for us. I think this will be a lesson for us, and I think that we all can change the atmosphere and the underlying tension that may be with a lot of people on YouTube. And this can be a great opening and great start to do so. So I love you all. Thank you for commenting, rating, subscribing. Be blessed.